Namaste, dear friends. It is good to see you. It is a cold day here in the Midwest. It is definitely fall, which I do like fall. Um, Not a big fan of the cold though. I used to be as a kid, but I'm not anymore. I really love the changing leaves on the trees, and I love the month of October because of scary movies and all of that. So, anyway, it's good to see you all. Welcome to another video. In one of my last videos, I talked about dualism, which I was referring to things that are good and bad, hot and cold, happy, sad, night and day. So things that usually have an opposite or, more than that. So dualism in Buddhism is a very deep, difficult concept. So I am going to preface this video by saying that this is going to be very hard for some people to grasp and to understand, and it may trigger your anger, it may trigger frustration. I am bringing up some current events and political situations, though this is not a political YouTube video by any means, but I wanted to use some real world examples. So I'm going to preface it that way. So if you know that you're going to get triggered by these things, please don't watch more of this video. I did want this to be a quicker video about what dualism was, but I'm going to tell you it's not. As I was typing up my notes, I realized that there was a lot to say about this, so it's not going to be as quick as I thought it was going to be. But I did read a great article called The Problem of Evil by Norman Fisher on the Lion's Roar website, which is where I get a lot of my information from. It's a Buddhist website. So let's get into it. When I think of dualism, my first thoughts are of negative things, good and bad, evil and good, right and wrong. So this is where I'm actually going to be speaking from today. All right. Zen Buddhism, which is the tradition of Buddhism, which I feel most at home with, is typically a non-dualistic tradition. Okay, in this tradition, we would say just look at the conflicts in this nation and in this world that we've had simply because of this religion's morals versus that religion's morals versus just norms of society in general. Things are just as they are and not some other way. Money is money, not happiness. Killing is killing, not good or evil. It all is simply this is this, and it's not something else. Now, I know that this is all clear as mud because, like I said, dualism is a very hard thing to grasp because in all of our lives, I mean, I'm 36 and I was 34. Yeah, 34, because I've been a Buddhist for about 2 years. So for 34 years of my life, I believe that morals and good and evil and right and wrong were all this way, right? One way, because that's how I was raised. That's how our society is. So it was really hard for me to grasp something like this dualism concept or non-dualism because I haven't been shown the truth my whole life. Okay? I do want to make one final point with dualism and humanity. If we ask ourselves the question, are human beings basically good or basically evil? We really have to look beyond good and evil, right and wrong. And the reason why we have to is because human beings all contain the spirit of the Buddha. Because life is Buddha, and Buddha is all inclusive. You, as an individual person, cannot go out into this world with the sense of moral superiority. Thoughts that you are better than someone else, looking down on others because you are you and you're not someone else. You have your situation and they have theirs. We may not like what another person does, but that doesn't make it wrong. We are simply a product of our conditioning, and it's not our fault. We as a species are all responsible for creating the good and evil in our world. Now, my final thought here is in Buddhism, there are 5 precepts for the everyday person. Okay? They are no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, no intoxicants. Those are the 5 that lay people like you and I follow. These boil down to the Zen 3: avoid evil, do good, benefit all beings. And now I know that that's kind of contradictory to what I just talked about in here, avoiding evil and doing good, because what does that really mean? Right? So I boil it down a little bit further. And this is my understanding of Buddhism as a faith, as a practice. Anything that you think, say, or do should cause no harm to someone else. We are all one. We all belong. We are all the same. We are living beings living in this world trying to survive, trying to find the truth of who we truly are. So if what we do causes harm, then that is not the truth. I know that dualism is a difficult topic, and I hope that I was able to help you understand a little bit about what dualism is. It is a very hard thing to wrap your mind around because we are so deeply conditioned to believe things in our lives, and it's very, very hard to unlearn these beliefs. It's not impossible, it's just hard, right? Okay. So please leave comments below or email me at beginnerbuddhistbasics@gmail.com if you have any questions, and I will try to address those questions and comments and things in any upcoming videos as much as I can. In the meantime, be well and at peace, my friends. Namaste.